Hi guys, so as well as 3D printing and painting figures for my D&D campaigns, I'm also going to print and paint figures that I think look really cool for dioramas. And this little lady's certainly got some great assets and looks great in my Tomb of Horrors set. So I found this figure over at Twin Goddess Miniatures. Link in the description guys, go and check them out. They do lots and lots of great figures as well as some cheeky pin-up style figures. So I found the figure I wanted, downloaded it and took it into my Anycubic Photon Mono software and then basically saved it onto a little USB, which I then plugged into the side of my 3D printer, pushed a couple of buttons and hey presto, it goes off printing. So we leave that running, I go off and do other things, come back a few hours later and there we go. A lovely little 3D printed model ready to paint. I sprayed them in a white primer as I'm lucky enough to try out some new paints today, and that's the Speed Paints by Army Painter. As you all know, I really love contrast paints just because they're nice and easy. I mean basically it does what it says on the tin. So to be able to use one paint to get the base, shadow and highlights is awesome. Definitely time saving and well for someone like me makes things so much easier. So there's a nice variety of colours in here, should be enough to get me going. So I'm going to start off with the old skin colour and see how this turns out. And it's just a case of painting the figure how you normally would. I did give the bottle a good old shake before starting. And these ones actually include the little ball bearing inside, which is pretty cool. So the paints do get mixed up really well. So I did find when I was putting this on though, it did sort of look quite dark in areas, especially as obviously meant to be a skin colour. But as you can see there, it certainly dried really well. And it even dries even better than it looks just there. So yeah, really like this skin tone. And obviously it does add all the shadows, well, nicely into the cleavage there. So yeah, so far so good and loving it. And so when it dries, it definitely dries in a sort of a lighter colour than when it first goes on, which is good because I did use a grey later on and the grey looked really dark. But then as you see at the end, it sort of dried nicely and yeah, it looks really good. So yeah, generally really happy so far with how these speed paints sort of look, and definitely they are going to live up to the name. Mainly because obviously once you use these, you don't have to then go over and use any sort of washes or anything like that. So when I first started this channel, my main intention was to make lots of sort of dioramas basically, and that's certainly something I'm going to get back into doing now, because I kind of got sort of waylaid with all the Warhammer stuff, but now it is sort of back to fantasy and D&D sort of orientated kind of stuff. So yeah, because the other thing I really got a big passion for is photography. So I'm going to incorporate that as well by taking lots of sort of shots of my miniatures, which is why I really want to get the backgrounds nice and detailed and obviously get the figures well looking the best that they can basically. So my printer from Anycubic really is getting put to the test at the moment as I am printing lots of miniatures. And guys, if you're thinking about getting a 3D printer, now is the best time as Anycubic has got a big sale on. And the printer that I use, they've actually got a big sale on that and it's like $330 off. So yeah, definitely a good time to get into 3D printing. There's a link in the description to all their current offers. Sale does end soon though guys. And that's this little diorama all complete. So there will be a video out soon guys showing how I made the set as well as a few other sets. So keep an eye out for that one. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I just want to say a quick shout out and thank you to all my patrons as well as the sponsors for helping making it possible for me to sort of keep making these videos and obviously buying the materials I need to build stuff. So yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Leave comments down below, hit the like button, all that good stuff, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, take care, bye for now.